The way they introduced Casa Amor this episode was diabolical. The boys were so hyped, thinking that they were about to have the time of their lives. But the girls were clueless, and then boom, the villa gets a front row seat to watch these men embarrass themselves in 4K. Movie night plus the heart rate challenge in one episode. Oh, I'm here for it. Let's talk about it. I have a lot to say.
Kay Unscripted, no teeth restricted. In this journey, watch our stories unfold.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. This is Kay Unscripted. I'm your girl Kay, and today we're breaking down Love Island USA Season 8 Episode 17. Child, a lot went down in this episode. But before we get into it, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more recaps like this one. Now let's get into this episode. So the episode starts off with Casey and Anniyah chatting about the challenge. He said he had fun but didn't understand why Bryce chose him for that question about the villain statement, right? So Anniyah gets straight into it. She tells him that she wants to talk about him wanting to keep Saul in the villa. Now, she was kind of grilling him and he was honest. He said he did want to keep Saul in the villa. He would pull her for more chats. So Anniyah's like, but can you see how that would look? Because Sincere don't want nothing to do with her. And he's like, yeah, I can see that. And so she gets all sad. Now her making that comment just confirms that Sincere was the drive behind sending Saul home. Okay, but Casey's like, what's wrong with you? Why are you looking like that? And then she tells him, you know what, do whatever you want. And he's like, hey, relax, it's not that serious. But she gets mad and Casey's just really over it, right? We then see Kayda and Zach. A lot of people were in their feelings tonight, okay? He wants to know how her chat went with Caleb because in his mind, she was gone for a long time. So she is filling him in on her conversation with Caleb. And he said he's mad because Caleb took off his top to kiss her during the challenge. And that's what he wanted to do, right? And I'm like, are you for real, Zach? Do you hear yourself? So then he wants to know if she's interested in him. She didn't say no. She said they can have more chats. But he's not someone she would go up to at a bar. So he's like, oh, so you're interested in getting to know him in that way? And the moment she said yes, he's like, oh, well, you know what? I will just pull Melanie for chats. Just childish. Then he's going to say, oh, he was just joking. Zach is so immature to me, and I really hope Kayda moves on. I hope she finds someone better than Zach because this ain't it, okay? Kenzie then talks to Casey and Cynthia, and she wants to know why they wanted to send her home, right? Because based on what Corbin told her, the guys wanted to send her home. They explained that it was a comparison based on the experience, and I said, don't double down now, okay? You all said what you all said. Now, Cynthia tells her that they were never going to send her home, and the minute she heard that, she's like, oh, okay, well, I'm fine, I'm good. Now Kayda's trying to get some affection from Zach while they're in the kitchen, and he's not even trying to give her none of that because he has to talk to his boo thing, Bryce, okay? And I don't know y'all, but the more I watch these two, the more apparent it is that they really are into each other. I don't know, it's just some strange things. Some very strange things are happening between these two, because did y'all see the way Bryce raised his leg up and Zach held it up and they were just embracing each other? What is that? What is happening? And I know some of y'all say it's just a bromance, but I don't know, to me it just seems way beyond the bromance. It's a lot. Anyway, so he goes to talk to Bryce. And he's letting him know that Kayda said she was open to more chats with Caleb. He's surprised and annoyed that she even wants to and wonders if he's missing something. Meanwhile, Kayda's in the dressing room and she's filling in Melanie on what's happening and how annoyed she is at Zach for wanting to go talk to Bryce. And it's stressing her out and her homegirls, okay? And I was just like, Kayda, drop him. You could do so much better than Zach. So she then walks back downstairs. She's upset and she asks Zach to go to the side to talk, and he's refusing to. Now, if I were Kayda, I am not begging no little boy to go talk to me, okay? I would have been done with him. But anyways, he finally agrees to the chat and she's telling him that he's being weird for no reason. His energy is off and he's saying that he's tired and oh, you just asked to get to know someone else. You just said you're open to getting to know someone else and oh, he's just taking everything in. And now he's also wondering should he explore other people because he hasn't done that much. She's like, so what do you want me to do? Tell him no more chats? But the more I look at this discussion between these two, it's clear that this is just tit for tat for Zach, okay? He wants to pull Melanie for a chat to see how Kayda feels about it. Zach literally got physical with this girl and told her that he wants to explore a bombshell once a bombshell comes into the villa. Meanwhile, you're upset because she talked to one guy? Please. Kenzie and Corbin have a chat. She is telling him that she would like for him to initiate more with pulling her for chats and for kissing her and doing all of that. I said, not the flame dimming already. What is happening between these two? So then she's giving him a list of things that she likes that he is doing. But Corbin takes it as if he's doing something wrong and he's like, anything else I'm doing wrong? Baby, Corbin is not feeling Kenzie again, okay? He is tired of her. Where has the lust gone to? Anyways, the islanders get ready for bed and there's a bunch of side conversations happening between the girls and the guys, right? A lot is happening. Anniyah is telling them about Casey saying that he was going to explore Saul. Trinity is sharing the comment Casey said and that had her really upset. Kayda is still annoyed with Zach. And then we have Corbin who's pissed at Kenzie for the things that she said to him earlier. And Cynthia is trying to find out if Casey wants to fix things with Anniyah, and Charlie said, I cannot fix her past trauma. The drama is definitely brewing in that villa. So we get to the next morning and clearly Zach is still in his feelings because he didn't make Kayda any breakfast. Come to find out also, we hear Kenzie saying that she got some french fries and I was so lost for a minute. I literally had to go and Google what the hell is french fries. So apparently she was slipping on his hot dog, I guess, or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, Trinity said that she saw Bryce's hot dog too. I don't know, for some reason this season they're very sexual in the villa. Anyways, let's move on to Bryce and Zach's chat. He's still in his feelings and saying that he's not used to the way Kayda speaks, and that's probably because of where she comes from. He's also telling Bryce that he should probably get to know other people, and we do see Bryce encouraging him to go do that, right? Then we see a conversation between Anniyah and Melanie. So Melanie's saying how much she likes Sincere and that she's never looked at anyone the way she looks at him, and she is hoping that they're going to close things off very soon. The girl is head over heels for Sincere, okay? So they move on to another side of the villa and Trinity joins them. She's saying that she likes Zach so much and does see herself being with him. She lets him be himself. And she also mentioned that she's never been with a guy who does the weird things that Bryce does with Zach. And I said, okay, so we're not the only ones that's a little bit freaked out by the way the two of them are interacting. They're also seeing the same thing and Trinity just confirmed it. Anyways, Melanie said they're just like two girls. And I said, okay, so we're all on the same page about that, okay? So they check in on Anniyah, right, to see how things are going with she and Casey. And she said they're good. But when they have conversations, it tends to get a little passionate. And how he said Saul deserved a second chance, right? Baby Melanie said that shit would have pissed me off. And we know why she said that. Then we see Casey with Sincere. And he said that he would explore. And once he does, that Anniyah will get mad or cry, and that makes him feel a bit restricted. He said that the shit don't even be that deep, but she makes it into a bigger thing. Sincere then tells him that while the pros outweigh the cons, That is a big con to consider. Now we get back to the convo with the girls, and she's telling them that she told him to do him and that she's okay with him exploring other girls. This is what Anniyah is saying. But I was just like, girl, you tell him to go explore and then you get upset when he does. So you just cannot have it both ways. Now, anyways, the girls tell her he thinks she's stupid, and I really don't think that at all. Okay, like I said, I feel like the only reason why Casey did want to explore with Saul was because he felt bad because of the experience that she had, and I think that's just about it. Nothing more. I don't really feel like he was really into Saul like that. I also feel like he does care for Anniyah, but he doesn't want to hurt her feelings. So the minute he peeps that she's upset, he pulls back from wanting to explore because he wants to save what he has with Anniyah. Meanwhile, he's telling Sincere that he wouldn't know for sure how strong the connection is unless he explores. Sincere then says that he and Melanie are in a really good place and everything they went through helped to eliminate any doubts in both of their minds. And also, Sincere, you went about things the wrong way, okay? Always remember that. Just remember that part, okay? Now, Casey said in his confessional that he would want for Anniyah to see things from that perspective, as in what Sincere and Melanie went through. But if he was the one who did that, she wouldn't take him back just to prove a point, and I believe him. So Anniyah then gets the text, and it's a new challenge, the heart race challenge. And baby Kenzie said she's been waiting for this her whole life, okay? So the girls and the guys are getting ready, and they're both practicing their moves. And while the guys are getting ready, Zach gets the text asking the guys to get ready to leave the villa. Casey gets the next text that tells them that they're heading to Casa Amor. And I said, my lord. The girls have no clue. And I said, okay, Love Island, the plot thickens, okay? So the guys are all hyped and they head to the villa to Casa Amor. The guys get to Casa Amor and it's beautiful, okay? So back at the villa, the girls make their way downstairs and they're wondering where the guys are, thinking that they're still getting ready. But then they see this giant box and they're all hyped. They're thinking that it's a bombshell. Little do they know what's about to happen. Meanwhile, the guys at Casa are waiting patiently to see what's about to happen. And now back at the villa, the box finally opens and y'all, it's a TV showing the girls, the guys in Casa Amor. And I said, plot twist. They're literally watching the guys in 4K at Casa Amor. So at Casa Amor, we see the first girl who walks in. Her name is Amora. She said it means love. She's a student. She's 21 years old from Atlanta, Georgia. And she's kissing on all the guys. And the girls were mad. They were not having it. Up next, we meet Parmida. She's 27. She lives in San Antonio from Texas. She also said that she is originally from Iran and she's a personal trainer. She came in with the heat, okay? She was kissing on all of the guys and Corbin said he's going back with somebody different. I said, ouch. Kenzie, baby Kenzie was pissed, okay? We then meet the next girl, Jaden. She's 22 from Newbury Park, California, and she said she loves eye contact. These guys, they were doing the most, okay? Now, she handcuffed Corbin and he was enjoying every second of that. Then we meet Tiara and she tells us that she gets attached very quick and she has her eyes on Casey, baby. She didn't tell us where she was. She didn't tell us her age. No, what she does. She just said, I'm ready to go get my man. And I said, oh my goodness, it's about to be a mess up in Casa, okay? Trinity is pissed and now she said she has the ick for Bryce, okay? And I'm loving that, okay? Because I do want Trinity to find her person. It's definitely not Bryce, okay? Now Tiara, she definitely put it down on Casey and he was enjoying that too. He said he felt some chemistry. And Anniyah said, I hope you did. Y'all, she said, Casey and Corbin are giving loser. The girls were mad. Next up, we have Alana. She's 21 from Miami, Florida. She said she needs a guy in shape, and y'all Bryce said he felt special with her. Did y'all peep how she only went in for the white guys? When she got to Casey, Corbin, and Cynthia, she said that's all you get. She didn't do too much with them. Tell me you all saw that. Now, finally, we meet the last girl, Sydney. She's 25 from Naples, Florida, and she works as a medical assistant in cardiology. And once Trinity saw her, she said, "Oh, so I see what y'all did. Y'all got a dupe of me." But she's cute though. I said, "Oh my God, Trinity." Trinity has no filter. We know that already. Now, Casey was doing a lot, okay? And he done pissed off Anniyah. She said in her confessional that Two can play that game and she could do it better. She is done being nice, Anniyah, and we're about to see another side of her. And I said, bring it on, okay, Anniyah? Because I'm tired of seeing you crying and getting sad every time Casey decides that he wants to explore. You hear something, okay? Anyways, Kayda then gets a text telling them that the show is over and the boys will be spending the next couple of days at Casa. Don't wait up. And the girls were pissed as hell. So back at Casa, the girls formally introduce themselves to the guys and then they introduce themselves to each other and they also get to know each other a little bit. They said we need to be louder so the girls at the villa can hear because we're the replacements, okay? I said, okay, keep that same energy. Now back at the villa, Melanie was about to go make her a grilled cheese sandwich, okay? But she said, you know what? Never mind. Let me show you all my routine. And so she does her little dance routine and then all of the girls head to the kitchen to make them a grilled cheese sandwich. Now back at the villa, each of the guys get to do their little dance routines or whatever. So each of them go and they do the little thing, right? Then the girls in the villa realize that no guys are coming into the villa. Melanie tells them, y'all, please don't worry. It's better that they show off now. It's better that they show us who they are now instead of when we get home. And I said, okay, she does have a point, right? Now all of the girls are just talking a bunch of shit. So then at Casa, the girls are screaming, Casa, Casa. And the girls in the villa hear them, right? And they were pissed, especially Kayda and Kenzie. They were not having it. So they started screaming, F you, F you. And the Casa girls can now hear them screaming, F you. And the girls looked scared. I said, oh, where was that energy you all had earlier? Now we know Kenzie had to do her little split twerk or whatever it is that she does. But she was struggling a bit. I'm not even going to lie. She was struggling a bit. But y'all, this is where the episode ends. And the craziest part is that the boys don't even know that the girls have been watching everything. So while they're over there feeling themselves, the girls were sitting in the villa taking notes, collecting receipts, and planning the next moves. Now, I need to hear from y'all which guy do you think did the most, right? Do you think there was anyone who went extreme? Please let me know. Also, do you think Zach was overreacting about Caleb or is Kayda sending mixed signals? And be honest, if you were Kenzie and you heard Corbin talking about bringing someone else back already, would you be done? Drop your thoughts in the comments because you already know I am going to be down there reading every single one. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.